From broadcast to algorithm, Gleichschaltung in the age of influencers. At first glance, it may sound like an unlikely comparison, the Gleichschaltung of the media in Nazi Germany and the colorful, seemingly anarchic world of social media influencers. On one side, the state-controlled broadcasting system with strict censorship and ideological saturation. On the other, Instagram stories, YouTube vlogs, TikTok dances, and Twitter debates. On one side, the monopoly of a ruling party. On the other, millions of seemingly free voices. And yet, between these two worlds, there is one uncomfortable similarity: the pressure to conform. In the years after 1933, the entire cultural, media, and social space in Germany was brought into line. Newspapers, theaters, universities, associations, everything was aligned with the party line. Those who refused to comply disappeared, first from office, then from public life, and often from freedom itself. The mechanism was clear: centralized directives, uniform messages, complete control over reach and language. Today, there is no longer a minister for public enlightenment and propaganda. The new gatekeepers are not named Goebbels, but Google, Meta, and ByteDance. Their power does not rely on secret police and party offices, but on algorithms and terms of service. The effect is subtler, but no less effective. Anyone who seeks reach must adapt to the system. Central control no longer comes in the form of direct orders, but through ranking logic. The algorithm rewards what is frequently clicked, watched for a long time, and provokes strong emotions, and punishes whatever does not fit into that mechanic. Visibility is no longer distributed evenly, but according to an invisible and opaque set of rules. Influencers and content creators adapt long before a video is uploaded. They know which words trigger demonetization, which topics advertisers avoid, and which formats the algorithm prefers. The result is that risky content disappears before it is ever published, not because someone forbids it, but because it is not worth it. This is a gentle, voluntary form of Gleichschaltung. Not censorship, but pre-censorship. Not through threats, but through the quiet logic of platform economics. A glance at the feeds of major platforms reveals a striking similarity. The same thumbnails with exaggerated facial expressions, the same sound effects and music tracks, the same dramatic hooks in the first few seconds, the same selection of trending topics. The individuality that once made social media exciting is often nothing more than a thin coat of paint over a largely uniform product logic. The problem is not only aesthetic, but political. If public discourse increasingly takes place on platforms whose primary goal is not truth, enlightenment, or diversity, but advertising revenue, then the foundation of opinion formation shifts. A society in which visibility equals conformity becomes sluggish. Uncomfortable ideas, minority positions, and complex arguments vanish into the depths of the digital archive, not because they are wrong, but because they do not perform. The historical Gleichschaltung had a clear center: the party leadership. Today, the center is diffuse, but no less powerful: a web of data centers, software engineers, marketing departments, and risk managers. They decide which videos, posts, and images are seen and which are not. They set the rhythm for when we laugh, marvel, or react in outrage. We believe we live in an age of maximum freedom of expression because, in theory, anyone can create an account and publish. But the freedom to speak is not the same as the freedom to be heard. Visibility is the currency of the 21st century, and it is not distributed fairly. It is granted to those who adapt best. The historical Gleichschaltung was brutal, obvious, and deadly. The modern algorithmic Gleichschaltung is gentle, voluntary, and all the more dangerous for it. It does not arrive with an order, but with a suggestion. It demands no oath, only a few adjustments to best practices. If we do not learn to recognize and question these mechanisms, we may one day find ourselves in a world where the diversity of voices is only a facade, and the chorus surrounding us has long been singing the same invisible tune.